Okay, you guys, I know I wasn't the only one shocked when I found out the last part of the panel in the chapter of this week's fairy tale chapter. It was shocking to say the least. But before we get into that, let's get into the full story of the manga or of the chapter that we just read, that I just read actually. I don't know if you guys read it, I just read it. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't read it yet. So anyways, let's just get right into this. Now, starting up the chapter, we all see, Natsu and Gray, being hugged by Erza. Erza telling them to stop fighting. What are you guys doing? What do you think you're doing? Quoting the words of Makoto, telling them, hey, do not let all this hatred, all this anger go inside of you, because then it can wreck it can wreck the guild, it can wreck the family. What it means to be a guild is to love each other, to take care of each other, to not fight about stupid things or silly arguments. That's what Erza was saying. She was quoting Makoto, who is now dead, but Gray and Natsu does not know that yet. Now, what I think will happen when Natsu and Gray find out that Makoto is dead, I do believe that Natsu here will be heartbroken. I don't think that anything bad will happen to this part. I don't think that Natsu would, get a higher form of END just because he found out Makoto is dead. He'll probably cry his eyes out, he'll probably bawl his eyes out like everybody else is doing, and Gray, he'll probably do the same. And then when we get further into the chapter, we see that Carla, Juvia, and Wendy catching up to see Gray, and we obviously see that Natsu is getting hugged by Lucy. Happy comes in, hugs Natsu, because remember, Lucy and Happy did not know where Natsu went at the time. Natsu turned into END's half form. I'm gonna say he turned into half form of END. He turned into semi-END. He didn't really turn fully into END. He turned semi-END, which means he's getting ready. He was pre-END right there. So, because when he went pre-END, Natsu, keep saying Natsu, Happy and Lucy did not know where he went. He went somewhere out of the guild hall, or went somewhere out of wherever they were at, I think in a dungeon or whatever else have you. And Natsu caught up with Gray, and that's when they started fighting. That's when they started going at it. And then when they caught up to them, they started bawling their eyes out. Lucy said, "Don't make a girl worry like that," which can only, it's really sad to see Lucy crying, and to see, Natsu just sitting there. He's upset that he made Lucy cry in that matter, because Lucy didn't know where Natsu went. Natsu went ballistic in that dungeon. The lady said that's a monster, that's a demon. Natsu's not human. That's what the lady said before Natsu went on a rampage and started leaving the guild hall or the dungeon. Natsu gouged out the lady's eyes. Natsu, bruised her up really bad, and he left as pre-END. Now, while in that form of END, he met Gray. When Gray said, Natsu, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to take revenge on you. I'm going to avenge I'm going to avenge my father. And that's what, Gray did. That's what Gray was doing. Erza came in, and then Erza stopped it. Erza started crying, started hugging the both of them, quoting the Master Makoto, who is now dead. And that was a really sad moment in the whole FairyTail arc. Now, I'm getting to the final panel. As we see, everybody talking to each other, saying this and that. You see Gray falling out. We see Natsu falling out. We see, Gray needs to get healed up more. Juvia needs to get healed a little bit more, because they're both injured. They're both not feeling good, because remember, they got injured in that brutal battle that they had. Now, as they fell out, and as everybody's getting reacquainted, they're catching up. They're getting a little nice reunion. We see Eileen. She comes in, and everybody's asking, who is this? We don't know who this is. Where is she from? Erza says she doesn't know who this is. She's not a relative. She doesn't know anything about this lady. And as Erza says that, Eileen says, "You are me and I am you." Or no, I am you and you are me. And I was shocked. I'm pretty sure that shocked every single person in the FairyTail community, seeing Eileen as Erza. Erza is Eileen. Erza is Eileen's past self, and I guess Eileen is Erza's future self, which is really shocking. Some people thought that Eileen was Erza's sister. Some people thought Eileen was Erza's mom. Some people thought Eileen was Erza's grandma or cousin or, ancestor. But it turns out Eileen is actually Erza, which is shocking to me. It's shocking to say the least. I did not think that. In my head, I did not think that. I also thought that Eileen was Erza's mom, or Erza's sister, or Erza's cousin, or something of Erza's but I did not stop to think that Eileen was Erza. That was shocking for me, and I'm pretty sure that was shocking for all of you guys. Now, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think that that was a crazy episode, crazy chapter that we just had? Do you guys think we'll get a crazier chapter next episode, or next chapter? Because I cannot wait for the next chapter of FairyTail, chapter 508. That's going to be freaking amazing. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a fight between Eileen and Erza. I'm going to do a prediction on that in my next video after this one, or probably next week, or probably tomorrow I'll do a prediction if I have the time to do it. So anyways, my name is Animo. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. This week's chapter. This chapter was amazing, shocking. It was astonishing. Great job, hero. Keep up the good work. And I hope to see you guys later. I didn't press the button. See you guys later. Bye.